5 red lights will go on for the Qatar Grand Prix. Alpha Hype Wall leads the way as the lights are out, and it's an excellent start for the Alpine, and Shark already has the slot in behind, and Balaboten as well. He switches to the inside going into turn 1 once again. Alpha Hype, oh, contact, Balaboten hits the back of Alpha Hype Wall. He was optimistic on the brakes just like he was last week at Spa, but this time he does pay the price and drops all the way back down to P18. And the Aston Martin driver has to charge his way back up the order. Blitz Hypers going wheel to wheel with Wardy up ahead. Jesus and Frobby going side by side as well through turn 4. And Jesus already finding himself inside the top 10. Starting on the hard compound tire. And we go wheel to wheel up ahead with Lennons and Dark Assassin. And McLaren on the inside. On the outside is the Ferrari. But Lennons up into P8 just behind Arbon, Kai and Mahmudev in P5. But at the front, things have remained relatively unchanged, apart from Balaboten dropping out. And it's Alpha Hype Wall leading the way, ahead of Shark, Harry and Arbon in P4. But is it going to allow Arbon to potentially have a go at the Kicksauber going in towards turn 1? Round the outside he will go, but he runs slightly too deep. And Harry remains in his P3 position, right behind him. Mahmudev and Kai close to each other as well. The Mercedes driver looking to find a way past the Red Bull. But it's difficult to overtake, but he's going to try and go up the inside regardless to turn 4, very close between the two. Mahmudev forced slightly wide there, but Kai does make it work, and he's up at the P5. And he is closing the gap, pulls to the inside, and the Mercedes driver is up into P4. Meanwhile, Aaron is still trying to hold it around the outside, but eventually he runs out of road, and he has to settle for P5. Find out if he can open the rear wing. No, he cannot, and that is going to allow Mahmudev to potentially have a go on the start finish straight. Pulls to the inside, and Mahmudev is up at the P5, and Aaron drops down another position, down to P6. Does Kai have enough straight line speed to go for the move? He is closing in. Harry, is he going to defend? Slightly to the inside. Kai is going to go long around the outside though, in towards turn 1. And still we go wheel to wheel. Harry on the exit gives just enough space to the Mercedes, who's going to have the inside line for the next turn. And Kai now does get the position on the exit. Harry still has his nose in, but he's got nothing to defend. Now he's going to switch to the inside, going towards turn 4. You don't really want to go wheel to wheel through here, but still they're going to try and make it work. Kai giving the space to the Kicksauber, who now is back up into P3, and now Kai is going to try and switch to the outside for the next corner, but still Harry is able to maintain his position. But because of all this fighting, they've lost out a full second towards Shark, as Balaboten, he's spun out and he's retired on track, and he's become our first retirement, so far from ideal. What about Mahmudev though? Look at the closing speed. He's going to try and go long around the outside, and barely enough space between himself, between Harry and the track there, but Mahmudev is going to go long around the outside. And now he is up in a podium position and into clean air. Twisteri and Panda fighting it out in towards turn 6. But Twisteri unable to find his way past now on the exit with the switchback. He's going to go to the inside of a corner where you normally don't see an overtake, but he is going to pull it off as they both run out quite wide coming out of turn 9. But it's a good move from Twisteri. Now up into P11. He is on the hards, so he should have the time advantage at this stage. As the top 2 dive into the pit lane, and so does Harry on the hards. He definitely is going for the 2-stop. Shark and Alpha Hype Wall from the lead, putting on a brand new set of hards. Alpha Hype Wall for sure will overtake the Red Bull. Shark should as well, who's now under pressure from Harry, who picks up another 3-second time penalty there going to the final corner. Cutting the inside too much and already on 6 seconds, but he's going to go for the move and retake what will be second place after everyone else pitted. And Harry is back ahead of the Mercedes. Mahmudev is going to come out ahead of this train. So Mahmudev in a very handy position at the moment, still in P4 and hasn't really lost anything. Just look at the understeer there in the dirty air of the Red Bull, and look at the time penalty for Kai in doing so. He understeered wide through turn 4 and then overcompensated himself through turn 5. and got the inside too much, and it's a 3-second time penalty for the Mercedes. Is Mahmudov going to be able to go for the move? Yes, he is. Pulls to the inside of the Mercedes, and Mahmudov is up into P3, whilst his teammate tries to find a way past Kai as well into turn 1, but the Mercedes holds it around the outside and will stay in P5 for now. As Arbon sends one up the inside of Kai in towards turn 6, but Kai now has the inside line for the next corner. So Arbon tries to go the long way around the outside, hooks wheels a little bit there with the Mercedes, and that allows Dark Assassin to go up the inside in towards turn 7 and 8, and the Ferrari is ahead of the Red Bull into the braking zone. Right behind Wardy also trying to have a go, but Arbon trying to find a way past, and in doing so losing a position to the Ferrari driver. Looks like Michael has gone off in the final corner and has sat stationary in the gravel trap, and the Haas rejoins in P15. As Kai has got Harbour for company, now he is closer than he's ever been before in this race. He's once again going to pull to the inside of the track, with Kai is going to do the exact same thing and hold his way around the outside. And now he's going to have the inside line for the next turn, and there's just nothing Arbon can do. Now potentially go for the switchback on the Mercedes, but in towards turn 4 and 5, really the place you want to overtake. And once again the Red Bull has to stay behind. In the background, Frobby and Toursteri fighting it out for P9 and 10, with Panda close behind as well. And look how close Arbon is this time. For sure he's going to be able to get past now with the help of DRS slipstream. Pulls to the inside, and will he be fully ahead going in towards turn 1? Sure looks like, but Kai is going to have a go, but this time he cannot go around the outside, and finally Arbon finds a way past, and he has put his Red Bull into P4 and can try and set his sights on Shark ahead for that final spot on the podium. And the RB is going to go to the inside of the Mercedes, who cannot put up much of a defense going into turn 1, and the former teammates swap positions. As in the background going off, it is Arbon and Frobby into the wall on the exit of turn 1. The McLaren and the Aston Martin collide, and they both drop all the way down the orders. The McLaren goes into the gravel going in towards turns 2 and 3. As not sure what happened on the exit of turn 1. As once again the Aston Martin goes around into the wall, and front wing damage for Arbon. His race has got from bad to worse, and he has slowly dropped out of the points in P14. Kai holding on as Jesus and Toursteri fighting it out, both drivers on the mediums. Jesus though has the inside line for turn 2. Now Toursteri is going to try and go for the switchback on the exit, but doesn't quite get the traction right, and Jesus remains in 7th place. And as Arbon is looking to find a way past Shark, as he goes to the inside of the Mercedes on the start-finish straight, and the Red Bull makes it a 2-3 as we go on to lap 28 of 29. Arbon up to P3, and now Wardy is going to try and replicate that, going up the inside in towards turn 2. Not quite the space there, as he almost made contact with the Mercedes, looking to get past immediately, but unable to do so, as the Mercedes driver shows him the door and gets the elbows out. And Wardy then, can he find a way past Shark? Shark cannot defend, and Wardy goes to the inside, and he's up into P4. In the meantime, Toursteri finds a way past Kai, and he's now up at the P6. Kai on 19 a lap, old hearts. I'm surprised he still hasn't got up the puncture, but he is still holding on to that 7th place. Alpha Hype Wall is going to go towards the final corner. He got his first race win of the season earlier on, but this time he's going to get his 3rd win of the season. Alpha Hype Wall wins the Qatar Grand Prix, and what a dominant display from our championship leader, who will be extending once again going into the final 4 races. Yet another podium finish and a strong result from Mahmoudev in the Red Bull, and Arbon is going to hold on for what will be his 2nd podium of the season. And he is delighted with that. A great result for him and the Red Bull team. Toursteri from P15 all the way up into P4 with a really strong comeback. Wardy in P5. Jesus will finish in P6, 1/10 of a second away from the V-Cup, with Shark in 7th place. Then it's Frobby in P8. Kai, due to his penalties, drops down to P9, just ahead of Harry in P10. And him in P10, whilst his championship rival has won this race, he is going to lose a lot of points in the championship. Panda, on his debut in Tier 3, finishes inside the points in P11, and Dark Assassin is going to get that final point. And with 4 races to go, he is putting one hand on that championship trophy, and maybe could he wrap it up. Next race in Hungary, we'll find out soon. But the truth is, he is unbeatable so far this season. Alpha Hype Wall wins here in Qatar.